woman says, I am a working writer. I'll repeat the question. Yeah. This is what the lady is saying. She's a magazine writer, and every once in a while she'll go on the internet and she will punch up her name and find all of her work there, which has been pirated. That's why my lawsuit is. We're going before the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals early next year. Go to harlanellison.com and look at Kick Internet Piracy. And I am fighting for you. If you got $5 extra, send it to the address. There's nothing you can do about it. You are living in a time when a generation has been conned by big business into believing all information wants to be free. Well, it's a nice phrase, but unfortunately they never make the distinction between information, which is a couple of planes just ran into the World Trade Towers, and creative properties, which are stories, songs, movies. These are the work of people who are supposed to get paid for them. But kids lying up in their college dorms want everything for nothing. They don't want to have to pay for a CD. They don't want to have to pay for a movie. And they certainly don't want to have to pay for a story. So they just go and they take them from the websites. Well, I started fighting them 3 years ago. And I found the first hacker. And my response when I went after him was, fuck you, you'll never find me, I'm Zorro. Well, by the time we got that, we knew who he was, where he lived, that he ran a motel for his ancient mother and father up in upstate California, and I had filed a lawsuit against him. Now all of a sudden he throws himself on my mercy. I didn't know what I was doing. I just love yourself so much, and it's I was just. I said, fuck you. Attorneys told you to stop doing it, and you told him to go stuff it. Now I'm going to take you down. And so his sister calls me from St. Louis, where she works. She says, my brother is out on a medical from the Marines, and he runs the motel, and we don't have much money. I says, he got a car? She says, yeah. I said, have him sell the car. So, well, how do we get around? I said, that ain't my problem, lady. He fucked with my work. I worked hard to write that story. It's mine. I own it. If I want to give it away for free on the internet, that's my business. But if I don't, and I don't ask much money, there are people who pay me for my stuff on the internet. Writers get paid for that. You see in a magazine it says copyright, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't mean the magazine necessarily sent it in to the Library of Congress and registered it. It means they ran the fucking line. And it means when you go to court, you're not going to be able to get both kinds of damages, punitive and compensatory, because it's not registered. Register your work. Copyright your work. Doesn't matter if it's a poem or a recipe or a short story. The minute it's published, do it. Do it at once and have your copyright on the work. Mine is all copyright the Kilimanjaro Corporation. I incorporated in 78, 79, so I had to take some tax money. But when I get a phone call at 3 in the morning, somebody gets a hold of my number, I know who it's going to be. It's not going to be my dear old Uncle Amos saying that he's having an infarct. It's not going to be someone telling me they've left me $1 million. It's not going to be my agent in Paris. What it's going to be is some post-teen dweeb in a dorm in a. Because if it's 3 o'clock where I'm at 6 o'clock where he is, and he's been smoking such bad shit he can't sleep. So, and this actually having a, hey motherfucker, motherfucker. Sometimes if I'm thinking smart ass, I'll think about what funny it's for you. One good punch in the side of the head cured me. You see, all information wants to be free. All information, you're trying to censor the internet. I said, really? You mean like the way they censored for porn and gun ads and Nazi paraphernalia like that? No, and I let him ramble for a while. Because I'm half asleep anyhow, it doesn't matter. I can sleep and talk to his ass. And I say, you gotta, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? You got a car? You got a car? What part of do you have a car? Beyond your understanding. I said, yeah, I got a car. I said, well, tonight, when you park it, leave the keys in it, would you? Because I have to go to West Virginia tomorrow, and I'm going to drive it for a while. But don't worry, when I'm done with it, I ain't going to junk it. I will not run it off a cliff. I'll just leave the sucker on the side of the road, so if anybody else needs a good car, they'll find it there to run. I said, do you get the connection?